Hey, it's Coach Im here. If you're not having those uncomfortable, tough conversations with your teenager, then you'll want to watch this video on how to get started. I cannot stress to you enough the importance of talking to your teen about all those subjects that make you feel uncomfortable. Everything from sex, drugs, gender identity, racial inequality, and suicide, to name a few. This video will give you some tips on how to make those conversations a little bit easier. Coming up. If you haven't already done so, if you can do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button, that would be wonderful. I'm on a mission to spread these tools on this channel out to as many people as possible. As you know, life can be filled with so many challenges and so much adversity, and the more knowledge, tools, and strategies we have to help us through those challenges, the better. Thank you. Okay, I know this idea of bringing up subjects like sex, alcohol, drugs, vaping, suicide probably makes you squirm a little bit. They're subjects that make the majority of us parents really uncomfortable. Some of us have the idea that if we bring up the subject, that somehow we're planting seeds in our teenager's mind, that we're exposing them to something that they haven't already been exposed to, or that somehow we're condoning a certain behavior just by talking about it. What we all need to understand is that our children already know a lot about these subjects. Some of it is misinformed information. Some of it is one-sided, biased information. But our teens are constantly getting fed this information multiple times a day about anything and everything that you can possibly imagine. It's important now more than ever, living in this digital social age, that we're making sure our kids are well informed, that they're questioning everything that they see, read, and hear. So how do we help them do that? First, we have to process through our uncomfortable emotions around these subjects. Let go of the notion that by bringing up the subject of suicide, that you might be getting your child to contemplate suicide. The research shows us it just doesn't work this way. By bringing it up, you offer a safe space for your child to be heard and understood, especially if they've thought about it but never told anyone, or if they're currently thinking about it. I want you to think of these uncomfortable conversations as a segue into your child's mind and heart, as an opportunity to find out what they think and how they feel about these subjects. So to get comfortable with the uncomfortable conversations that you're going to have with your teen, start by writing down a list of uncomfortable topics, like sex, which should include sexual consent, forms of sexual harassment, sexual acts, online predators, porn, sexting, trafficking. Drugs, including nicotine and marijuana, vaping, driving under the influence, gender identity. How comfortable are you bringing up these subjects with your teenager and really being open to their thoughts and ideas about them? If just the idea of bringing them up makes you feel uneasy, I want you to ask yourself these questions. What am I afraid of? Why don't I want to bring these topics up with my teenager? How can I stay open to what my teenager tells me if I bring these subjects up? I know I talk a lot about this all the time, but it's the key to showing up fully for your life. And that is, you have to learn how to process through your emotions. It's everything. And it's crucial when it comes to having these tough conversations with your teenager. So what does it mean to process through your emotions? It means confronting your fear. If you're fearful of hearing that your child has contemplated suicide, maybe they even came up with a plan on how they're going to do it. Or maybe you're fearful that you'll learn that your teenager sees nothing wrong with vaping or having a few drinks at a party. Or maybe you'll learn that they're questioning their gender or that their sexual orientation is different than you want it to be. This is an opportunity for you to address your fears. What I want you to do is think about the worst possible scenarios that you can come up with. Trust me and hang in there with me. Get to the root of why these subjects make you feel so uncomfortable. Then I want you to practice to yourself or write down how you will respond if your teen tells you something that you know you'll have a hard time hearing. Preparation prior to having these tough conversations is extremely important. Now, if you don't have a connected relationship with your teen, you'll need to work on developing that first before starting to have these tough conversations. Mainly because if your teen doesn't really trust you, or they see you as not really caring about who they are and what's important to them, then they won't allow you into their world. They'll lie directly to your face, and you won't be able to have any type of influence with them. You won't be able to help them with anything that they're going through. And you certainly won't be able to help guide them on their path. If you do have a connected relationship with your teen, and you've processed through your emotions around these uncomfortable subjects, and you've begun to think about how you will respond if your teen tells you something that brings up your greatest fear, then ask yourself, how do I adjust my response to help my teenager feel heard and valued? How do I respond from a place of true love, not love intertwined with fear? If you need more help with this, you can always reach out to me at coachim@shiftthespace.com. Having these tough conversations with our teens is more important now than ever. We as parents have the ability to help lead and guide our children, but only if we're showing up the way they need us to. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with anyone that you think may benefit from it. And if you want to see more videos like this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click on the bell to get notified when I upload a new video. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next video.